don't want to be a mechanic. I want to be a baller.
The only problem is I currently look like a mechanic. So let's fix that. Honestly, this baller life is not easy, bruh. This baller life is not easy. From mechanic to baller. Ooh, ooh. I smell heavenly. I look fab. Yes, girl. Now let's talk about money. I'm ready. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're just seeing me for the very first time, my name is Doreen and you're welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I plan to become rich in my 20s, how I plan to become a millionaire, even billionaire if possible. This video is just me sharing what I personally plan to do, the steps I plan to take, the things I plan to build to make sure that I am financially free and rich in my 20s. Okay, so yeah, I just want to put that disclaimer out there so you don't think that everybody has to go by this rule. Okay, it's just me. So the first thing on my game plan to becoming a rich madam, a baller in my 20s is building multiple sources of income. This one is so important to me because I've just always known that I cannot rely on one source of income. The kind of life I want to live, the kind of things I want to do, one source of income cannot be it. Okay, and I'm just going to run you guys through the different sources of income that I'm currently like working towards and the ones I plan to build in the future, just to like inspire you and just like give you an idea of what I mean. Okay, so first things first, I am a social media person. You're watching me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel and the plan is for this YouTube channel to be monetized. I actually want to get monetized this year, so guys, watch my videos. Okay, I want to get monetized this year, but yeah, when I'm monetized, I'll be making a certain income from YouTube every single month, and then as my channel is growing, I can start to do brand partnerships. Okay, and still on social media, I have my Instagram. Currently my Instagram is actually my biggest platform, and yeah, just brand deals, brand sponsorships, brand ambassadorship, ads, and all of that. And then Twitter, I actually don't plan to monetize my Twitter. That might change, but for now I don't think that's an app that I want. No, not interested. I also plan to build like 2 more platforms starting next year, okay, that I can possibly have brand sponsorships on and then make money from. Okay, you guys should just stay tuned for that, right? And still along the lines of social media, if you watched this video, you remember I talked about how I was taking marketing courses, and I actually am very interested in social media marketing and advertising for brands and building brands basically. And I think I'm pretty good at it. I mean, I've done a very good job with mine and I'm still doing a very good job. And yeah, the plan eventually is to start to work with SMEs and companies to help with their brand strategy for social media and just help them build their brand persona, help with their brand messaging, advertising, all those things. And not as a social media manager. No. I don't want to become a social media manager. I can barely manage my own, but just as some sort of consultant that gives these people the strategy, help them with their branding and stuff like that. Eventually, even possibly have a team, start an agency, and all of that stuff. That one is still like future plans. But yeah, that's something that I plan to monetize. It's something I know I'm really good at, and I really plan to, get more certifications, get more knowledge, practicalize it more, and start to work with, brands and businesses. Another source of income still on social media is selling digital products. And by this I mean like presets, courses, books. To be very honest, I'm not looking to sell any new thing right now, but in the next few years, who knows, there might be something else I need to sell, maybe a book, maybe a course, maybe, I really don't know guys, but I know that selling digital products is another possible source of income. And then selling physical products. Okay, I think I want to do merch, and this is just going to bounce off my social media platforms. I really wanted to do this last year at the beginning of the year, but it didn't work out. But I know selling merch is something I eventually want to do when the time is right. And just for like my YouTube community, Instagram community, my newsletter, like all those things, I'm going to like figure out what merch I want to sell, what I want to put on it. But I think selling merch is something that I really want to do. So yeah, still on social media, I think that's another possible source of income. Another thing, if you don't know, I'm a medical student, and even though I don't plan to monetize medicine like that and practice it clinically, I know medicine is also like a possible source of income for me. Just seeing I don't know how life is going to go, but I know that it's a possible source of income. Earning as a doctor, money is like but I know that it's a possible source of income, and to be very honest, this source of income is a waste. Still on sources of income, I plan to start a business. You watch the same video I talked about. Then you remember I talked about like how I want to start a business this year. Actually, I already registered itself, so I know I'm going to start that business eventually, at least next year or something, right? If you want me to keep going, I can keep going on and on and on. But these are the ones that right now I am working towards them, like actively. I am building, starting the planting the seeds and watering and stuff like that. The second thing on my game plan is saving in dollars. Guys, if you have watched Nigerians talk about the money mistakes they've made in their 20s or something, one thing that a lot of people say is not saving in dollars early. So they didn't start saving in dollars early. And I know it might sound intimidating, especially when you're not yet earning money. And I remember I used to be like, how much do I have? Which one is saving in dollars? Please, 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 please. But it's actually important to start educating yourself on these things. Saving in dollars is actually very important because Naira just keeps going down. So why not just convert the money to dollars instead? And there's different apps that have made this very easy. Piggyverse, Riceverse. Wouldn't it have been so fresh if right now I just said, and I just want to thank Riceverse for sponsoring this portion of this video. It sounds so good, but no, Rice did not sponsor this video. This video is not sponsored in any way. And I know it may seem somehow, because if you think you have a lot of money, by the time you buy the dollars, it's not a lot, to be honest. I know when I put 5K in Riceverse, it was just about $7, and I was just like, it's just $7. But anyway, I think it's important to start learning how to do these things. And again, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. I'm just at that point where I'm trying to build the habit and just putting it in my consciousness that it's best to save in dollars. So even when the money comes, I know what to do with it. Basically, that's the point. So if you haven't started saving in dollars, you should, especially if you're one of those people that you save a particular amount every single month. Maybe you work, you have a job, and you have a particular amount you save every single month. Instead of just leaving it in your account or in Piggyverse regular wallets, you can put it in your Piggyflex dollar, buy dollar, do that. The next thing I plan to do in my 20s is invest. And guys, I know this is so intimidating. When I first started hearing about investments, I just feel like this is for rich people. It does not concern me like that. This one is not my business. But guys, it's important to start learning about these things. This year I had to tell myself that yes, you don't have the money to invest and do all these things right now. But if you don't learn about it, when the money comes, you'll finish it. Have you ever had any of these experiences where like you get a sum of money and you just feel like, oh my gosh, I have money, I use it for this, I use it for that, I use it for this, I use it for that. And then 1 month later, you can't account for the money that's finished. That's what happens when you don't plan. Currently, I haven't started investing, but I'm starting to get the knowledge. I know that again, Riceverse gives you different options. I feel like a lot of fintech apps have simplified these things for us. I know Riceverse, there's like high risk investments like buying stocks and stuff. There's like the middle one like real estate, and then low risk investments, that's fixed income returns. I also know about crypto stock, where you can invest in real estate as little as 10K, 15K, 25K. So yeah, investment is something that I'm definitely going to do in my 20s. I feel like it's one way of building wealth, okay, long term especially. So yeah, that's something else. Another thing that I plan to do to make sure that I'm financially free and rich in my 20s, even though like I kind of already mentioned this, is getting financial education, getting myself financially literate, reading books. I remember reading Smart Money Woman and Smart Money Tribe. To be very honest, Smart Money Woman is one of the most brilliant books that has ever been written, because how she made a financial education book or a finance education book a story, and it just is so beautiful. So if you haven't read like Smart Money Woman or Smart Money Tribe, I think you should read it. It has so many money lessons there, things like living below your means, learning what is bad debt and good debt, just learning all these things, learning how to deal with buying luxury, knowing when to say no to unnecessary expenses, all those things. I think it's important to start getting financially literate. To be very honest, I haven't read so many finance books, to be honest, but it's something that I know that I'm going to keep doing. I know I still need to finish Psychology of Money. I haven't gone far with that book at all. And there's so many other finance books that you can read just to educate yourself. If you're not really a books person, I know that so many people have podcasts This is something I also do, listen to podcasts that have to do with financial literacy. So for me, I want to really start learning about finances, learning about money, how to make money work for me, how to not be controlled by money, learning like the biblical principles of finances and business and all those things, like just equipping myself with knowledge, okay, so that even when I have the money, I don't squander it, I don't make bad decisions with it. That makes sense. It makes sense, Abby. Yeah. And finally, the last thing I'm going to be doing to make sure that I'm financially free and rich in my 20s is getting rid of the scarcity mindset. Especially if you did not grow up rich or with a lot, it's very easy for you to, you've learned the scarcity mindset from childhood. So it's something I think you need to unlearn and get rid of, okay? And a lot of these things I've learned just by listening to podcasts. I've learned about some of my money habits, some of my money fears. Some people are legit scared of money. Like they don't know how to talk about money. That used to be me. Like I didn't know how to talk about money. I didn't know how to express myself when it comes to money. I just did not like money conversations. But look at me, look at me doing this video. That means I'm growing, okay? And we all need to grow together. So yeah, learning how you deal with money, how you see money, like learning your own money trauma, in fact, because there's even trauma that's associated. Just learning all those things and trying to unlearn the mindsets you might have formed, especially the scarcity mindset. I remember recently I wanted to sell my presets and even my course, and I was struggling to price it and put a price tag on it and just put it, at a certain value, because I just felt like, do people have the money to pay, all that kind of stuff. And it's part of the scarcity mindset, right? You think that other people don't have money because maybe when you were in their shoes, you didn't have the money or you don't have it right now. So you think that everybody else is like you. So you're scared of pricing your stuff. You're scared of asking for what you're worth because you just feel like they won't have the money. Let me just settle. You're just used to settling for little. You're just used to settling for less. There's even the one of hoarding things because you don't want it to finish. This is something that a lot of Nigerian parents do. Somebody gives you a gift, you go and keep it. Birthday gift, 2 years later, you have not worn it. This is to be me, and even now I have to remind myself that, what are you keeping this thing for? Wear it, because it's just that scarcity mindset. You know how Nigerian parents will get you clothes that are like 3 times bigger than you just so that you can grow into them, right? We have learned these things from our parents. We have seen them hoard gifts and food stuff and keep things just so that it doesn't finish and so that when you need it sometime in the future, it will be there. It's there are certain things you need to learn. If not, I think I'm going to make a whole video about like my terrible money mindset and how I'm growing out of them, because it's a lot. And you might even be on the opposite side of the coin. Maybe you don't know how to save. You are always squandering money. Like you just, once money enters, you blow it. Boom! You don't know how to budget. So many things. And trust me, if you don't learn it now, you end up making so many mistakes with money in your 20s and you end up not being financially free. Either you are in debt or you just have bad money habits or you don't know how to invest. So guys, that's it for this video. Really, I just really wanted to inspire, educate, and just start this conversation about money, because it's something that a lot of us do not have. It's something a lot of us do not talk about. And this is also part of me unlearning a bad money mindset where like talking about money is literally a taboo. Okay, and this is me define that and talking about money. I'm proud of myself, okay? I'm proud. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you started doing or if there's anything that you're adding to your own plan to becoming financially free and literate and rich in your 20s. Let me know in the comments and let's learn together. We are all going to be ballers together. Amen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Just wasted my perfume.